Under a clear azure sky, Valley Station basks in the radiant glow of the sun, an idyllic tableau of peace, a gentle, rhythmic hum of unseen machinery merges with the distant, melodious birdsong. The air is filled with a sense of serene routine, a quiet harmony settling over the landscape. This tranquil scene unfolds, painting a picture of undisturbed calm under the bright daylight. The narrator's voice echoes, a soft whisper across the valley. Some days are quiet. A piercing red warning light flashes at Valley Station, shattering the tranquility as a radio crackles to life. The narrator's voice booms, and some days test how strong you really are as the alarm intensifies. The old mountain train announces, "Storm tunnel is flooding. A supply cart is trapped inside, urgency in its tone." Mira cries out, "If the tunnel floods completely, the villagers lose power." As Pip nervously adds, "That tunnel is scary." Lumo, with unwavering resolve, declares, "Then we go together." His voice, a beacon of courage. Torrential rain lashes the storm tunnel entrance, a relentless downpour mirroring the ominous atmosphere. Mira, Lumo, and Pip pause at the threshold, their figures dwarfed by the looming darkness. The wind howls, a mournful cry that whips around them, a stark contrast to the earlier calm. The tunnel's maw gapes, an inky blackness that promises both peril and an unknown journey. Their faces, illuminated by the dim light, reveal a mixture of trepidation and resolve. The narrator's voice echoes, "Danger doesn't always roar," as they face the daunting entrance. Deeper into the storm tunnel, the team presses on, water dripping steadily from the ceiling, each drop echoing in the confined space. Overhead lights flicker erratically, casting long, dancing shadows that amplify the sense of unease. The water already covers the tracks, its level steadily creeping upwards, mirroring the chilling truth. Sometimes it slowly rises. Pip's voice trembles with urgency. "Lumo, the water is getting higher." Mira's resolve cuts through the rising panic. "Stay steady." Her signal lights pierce the gloom, a beacon of hope in the deepening water. Follow my signal lights. Deep within the storm tunnel, a massive rock slide blocks half the passage, water rushing dramatically. The trapped supply cart is now visible behind a torrent of rushing water. The old mountain train's radio crackles to life. "Lumo, you must push through. Slowly. Steady power." Mira takes charge, her voice firm, as Pip, despite his fear, monitors the rising water. "I'll clear the rail locks." Lumo pushes against the debris with immense effort, water splashing dramatically around his wheels. "I'll watch the water." Lumo's powerful frame strains against the rock slide, muscles bulging as debris grudgingly gives way, piece by agonizing piece. The water level rises, swirling around the wheels with increased, almost violent force, threatening to engulf them. Mira, a blur of focused motion, works quickly, her movements precise and efficient, clearing the remaining rail locks. Pip, small and trembling, keeps a vigilant watch on the relentlessly rising water, his gaze unwavering, fear etched on his face. The track finally clears, and Lumo, with a surge of power, connects to the supply cart as raging water threatens to engulf them. Lumo strains, his engine roaring, pulling the heavy cart uphill as the water almost reaches engine level. Mira's urgent voice cuts through the roar of the water. Now, pull! A faint light appears in the distance. A glimmer of hope at the tunnel exit amidst the impending disaster. Lumo strains, pulling the heavy supply cart up the storm tunnel's exit slope, his muscles burning with effort. The tunnel exit gleams, a beacon of intensifying light promising escape from the dark depths. The terrifying roar of rushing water begins to recede, a symphony of hope replacing the previous dread. With each arduous pull, they gain momentum, leaving the tunnel's most perilous sections behind. Pip's voice rings out, filled with sudden, joyful relief. "I see the sky!" Emerging from the tunnel's dark maw, Lumo, Mira, and Pip burst into a world transformed. A clearing storm. The oppressive gloom of the tunnel gives way to a sky of emerging blue, a beacon of hope. The heavy downpour has ceased, leaving behind a world washed clean, breathing anew. They breathe in the fresh, clean air, a stark contrast to the stagnant, flooded darkness they just escaped. A moment of profound relief and quiet celebration as they stand at the precipice of a new, brighter beginning. The storm's fury has subsided, leaving behind crisp, clean air as the village flickers to life, lights igniting one by one. The distant sound of people cheering drifts on the wind, a wave of gratitude palpable. Mira turns to Lumo, her eyes soft with relief and pride, whispering, "You saved them." Pip, still a little nervous but beaming at Lumo, declares, "You were scared, but you still went." Lumo's gaze meets theirs, a shared understanding in his voice as he replies, "We were scared together." The sun dips below the horizon, painting the valley station in hues of orange and gold, a breathtaking canvas of courage. Lumo, Mira, and Pip stand together, bathed in the warm, fading light, their faces etched with newfound strength. A quiet understanding of the bravery they've discovered within themselves radiates from their resolute expressions. Courage isn't about not feeling fear. It's about choosing to help anyway.